All right, everybody. You guys can take your seats. We're going to start the presentations momentarily. I'm going to have the founders. We're going to speak tonight. Please come up and join us backstage. Everybody else, take your seats, please. Thank you. Way to go. Everybody, please have a seat. We're going to get you guys started momentarily.
We charge the splits at 31.
Oh, very lively. Hello, everybody.
Starting at 7.
Please have a seat. We're going to get things started here.
Keep talking, I'm finding which one's yours. I don't know. It's gonna work. It works.
All right. If you could please kindly tap the person who is talking next to you and tell them to come have a seat. We really appreciate it. Or we'll blow the speakers assistance.
Yeah, but I'm maybe move back. Basically just yeah. Right. Ready to start it? Just make it perfect, you know? This is going to turn around, right? Thanks. Move it back a little bit, if you can. Back a little bit. Back a little bit. There. Yeah, it turns out it's frozen. Yeah, ready? Ready?
Hello? Hey guys, I know some of the seats say investor or press, but you are allowed to sit there. I know there's a lot of people on the sides, so everybody go ahead and just fill in the seats there. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
All right. I hope you all can hear me. We're going to get things started. Thank you very much for being here. I'm very excited that there's a huge group here. Seats are filled. It's a great thing to see.
My name is Craig. I'm the Director of Labs for Wearable IoT World.
Watch the volume level.
I'm truly honored to be here today because I'm excited about
It's going
introducing
too
you
high.
all to the founders that have been working with us for the last 15 weeks. Joining me here is Christopher Kane from ReadWrite. He's our Editor-in-Chief. I will be an MC tonight. Christopher will be an MC, so if you see us, everything's running as planned. Now I know the million-dollar question is, where is Kyle Ellicott? He actually had to take a last-minute flight to Hong Kong for a very important meeting, and he asked me if I would MC. At first, I was a little bit shy, and I asked him, colleague, do you think I'll be a good MC? I'm a little worried. He said, if you say a few jokes, you're funny, you'll get people laughing, it'll run smoothly. So I turned to Kyle and I said, all right, I'm in, let's do it. He didn't hear what that other colleague had said, and he said to me, you'll do fine, just remember, don't tell any of the really bad jokes. So he was wrong, we all laughed, so it's going well. Before we get started, I do want to cover a few things. In the last 5 months, since our last demo day, we've hit a few milestones that I want to tell you about. I will tell you now, cheering is okay as I go through these. We now have 106 portfolio companies in the IoT and wearable space that have come through our accelerator. See, feels good, feels good. Collectively, they have raised over $100 million. Our crowdfunding campaigns are still 100% as far as them reaching their goals, including David Cannington's from Nuhira, which is still running, has 1 day left. And he's actually up to 700,000 right now, so pretty awesome stuff, check it out. And our funding rate is held solid at 90%. All right, but tonight's not about Wearable World. It's not about us. It's actually about the current class. So I want to tell you a little bit about them first. They got started really fast right out of the gates. Right at CES, a handful of them entered an IoT challenge at CES. And a few of them actually won and got the chance to pitch Sir Richard Branson. So I'm very excited about that. More recently, our founders, all of them in the current class, demoed at IoT World, which is North America's largest IoT conference. Alrighty. And I'm also excited because on May 17th, we launched our first class at our Hong Kong Accelerator. And we have 3 of those companies here today to present as well. So thank you very much. And none of what I'm saying up until this point would have happened without our partners and our mentors. So thank you all so much. I see a lot of them in the room today, so let's give a round of applause to our partners and mentors. And a special shout out to Runway for hosting the event tonight. Thank you very much. All right, again, enough about us. Let's start up and I'll introduce the Winter 2016 class. Starting with one company that's changing driving for everyone and making it safer. I'd like to introduce Andy Perusa from FenSense.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andy Perusa. I'm the CEO of FenSense, and today I'm here to introduce you to a revolutionary product that's going to make parking safe and simple. Currently, 80% of the drivers on the road today cannot see behind them when they're trying to park. This leads to over $6 billion in yearly damage in the US, 15,000 injuries, and unfortunately 50 children die every single week. So we decided to do something about it. Introducing FenSense, the world's first smart parking device. It's designed just like any license plate printer, except it has sensors built into it, connecting directly with the driver's phone, providing hands-free, instant alerts via audio, visual, and vibration feedback for objects in the car's blind spots. We know today's consumer wants products to work right out of the box, without the fussy setup. So we designed this to be the simplest and the easiest solution on the market today, able for anybody to be able to install themselves in less than 5 minutes with only 4 screws and absolutely no wiring. The app launches automatically on the driver's phone through a patented process when the device detects the car moving backwards. Alternative options on the market today are very bleak. It can cost several $1,000s to go to a dealership and have it installed. If you're going into the aftermarket, you're going to have to wire it yourself with an aftermarket kit, typically taking up to 3 hours and having to place an additional LCD monitor in the car. Most people who can't even change the oil these days would resort to hiring a professional for this, starting at $300 on Amazon, going up over $1,000 for most professionals to install this type of setup on their car. Needless to say, the average driver is not going to spend 10 to 20% of their vehicle value on one feature alone. As such, we believe this is the reason why this and many more great new car technologies have not been adopted in the aftermarket. And so we're going to make them wireless. Currently, we see 1.8 million rear-end incidents every single year. However, the National Highway Transportation Safety Association says 57% of these can be easily avoided with a backup sensor or parking camera. There's 220 million cars in the US that cannot see behind them when driving every day on our roads, over 800 million worldwide. We decided to focus our initial go-to market on a subset audience of 31 million consumers. Although it's interesting to note that this is increasing by 20% every single year as demand for this technology increases in the aftermarket. Meet Bob. He's our typical FenSense user trying to park his car without the help of parking sensors. Much to the embarrassment of the kid in the back, he backs into the car behind him. This is going to cost him $39,000 to fix it. Don't be like Bob, get a FenSense. Student drivers everywhere need FenSense to give their parents peace of mind to know that they're out on the roads driving safe from day one. Commercial fleet vehicles need FenSense because traffic incidents are the #1 cause of death in the workplace, according to OSHA. And also, there's over $4 billion in commercial damage every single year. Our competition is too expensive, too difficult to install, too difficult to use, and lacks features. Our business model is simple. We plan to sell the product for $150 online and also in retail stores. We recently announced our PR campaign last week and have retail and distribution interests from over 100 countries around the world in less than 1 week. We also plan on selling in bulk to commercial fleet companies to help increase driver safety and decrease corporate liabilities. Lastly, we plan on developing a platform API to enable cars and sensors to communicate with each other through apps. We won first place at Startup Weekend when the product was first conceived. We're in the Verizon Innovation Program today and have a ready for manufacturing prototype. We also announced our PR campaign last week, as I mentioned, ending up in CNET, Gizmodo, Verge, Motor Trend, and thousands of other website publications, generating over 4,000 pre-order signups in less than 48 hours, retail interest, and signed LOIs from over 100 countries around the world. Our team has the experience and the know-how to make this product a success. We have designed and delivered consumer electronics and software for some of the top brands in the world. And today, we're raising $400,000 to help make this vision even bigger than it is already today. We plan to use the product to manufacture the first run and convert 5 provisional patents to full utility patents to protect the IP for the business in the long run. Thank you for coming in tonight. If you have any questions or would like to see a demonstration, please stop by our booth in the back, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. It's right by the bar in case you guys missed it. Thank you once again. Please try to save your time.
Thank you very much, Andy. So, the wearable IoT world, because let's be honest, this all started with wearables and with IoT as we know it in the home. But the problem with IoT in the home is I would like to think we all agree that IoT can't be 40 products dropping 40 applications out of this. That can't be the future. That if wearables and the connected home are really going to work, the environment has to become more responsive, and the software that attaches to these wearables has to become more intuitive. And we're talking about deep software. We're talking about algorithms. And so I'd like to introduce to you algorithmic intuition.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin Shaw. I'm Chief Technology Officer at Algorithmic Intuition. We specialize in providing the algorithms that understand the sensors in consumer devices. Now, in other words, that means we provide the intelligence that allows these devices to understand both us and the world around them. Why would we choose such a difficult task? Well, we've done this before. Our last company, Sensor Platforms, built context awareness software and sensor fusion for the mobile smartphone industry. We sold that company in 2014. And guess what? We're back to do it again. So, what does this mean? It means that we provide a software platform. We don't do hardware. That gives us freedom. It means we are hardware agnostic and we can approach many different markets. As I said, we've worked on multiple platforms before. We can understand the aging. We can understand small children. We can understand the context of athletes, not to mention the devices throughout your home. Advanced machine learning allows these types of solutions to be possible. What's our first product? Aging adults. We'd like to allow them to stay at home longer. You see, for all of us, at some point, we will reach the point where we will have a very difficult fork in the road. Do we stay home longer, or do we get put in residential care? It's not an easy choice. Why? If you get put in a nursing home or residential care, you have left all the independence of your home. Statistically, you will have passed away within 2 years. If you stay at home, you will live up to 3 times longer. Seems like a simple choice, except for the cost of the caregivers. Your children, for example, who watch over you as you age. They watch over you, they worry. Is my parent comfortable? Have they fallen at home alone and are waiting for me to find them? This difficult choice puts a burden. We think we can solve this. With a small, on-body, wearable patch, we can identify things called activities of daily living. These ADLs are remarkably powerful. Understand wellness. It's quite simple. Did someone get out of bed? Did they cook their own meal? Did they get to the living room? Did they go for a walk? Meet with a friend? Do their own shopping? These activities, so simple for us as adults, become more difficult as we age. And as those fall off, perhaps not noticed by themselves or their caregivers, it's an indication that perhaps things need to change. For us, we can keep people at home longer by measuring this. What do we provide? Well, we believe that an on-body solution, whether a patch, I didn't mention we're a software platform. We don't make hardware, and I'll explain how we do that. Could be an on-body patch here or on the shoulder, or a hearable, or a garment. That this can be worn invisibly by an adult, aging adult, sent up to the cloud and passed down to the caregiver. The caregiver is, in fact, the subscriber. We charge them a monthly subscription fee to receive this information. Expensive to them, but dramatically cheaper than in-home care or residential care. For us, we provide the software that goes within the wearable device, that goes up to the smartphone and into the cloud. We provide the full infrastructure solution, the ecosystem. Put another way, we bring together both the manufacturers in an ecosystem and the subscribers. We worked in our last company with the OEMs. We understand they're hungry for new products. They can build things. They need to know what to build. We can provide them solutions, either patches, garments, or hearables that feed into this ecosystem. We charge a royalty for this. We work with the subscriber channels, whether this is the telcos, the cable providers, or the retail pharmacies. All of them are hungry for subscriber revenue. Monthly subscriptions of $20 to $30 a month allow them to provide a significant service, and we can take a royalty from that. Altogether, we provide the ecosystem that binds this whole solution together. And with a market with 900 million people over the age of 60, it's become a very interesting business proposition. Why can we do this? Well, our team, of course. Our CEO, Mr. Dan Brown, standing over there, former VC himself, our last CEO of Sensor Platforms, taken companies public and sold many companies. Myself, former CTO of Sensor Platforms, and many companies are sold and built, and the rest of our team. What are we raising? We're raising either a $500,000 seed fund to bring out early data collection devices, or a $4 to $5 million Series A fund. That will allow us to bring on the full team, build the machine learning, data collection, and get to first minimum viable product. Why do we do it? We've done it before. We know how to build a software platform. We know how to go to market. And with that, I thank you very much. Our booth is standing right over there. We have an early prototype to demonstrate for you, and we would be thankful to be able to answer your questions. Thank you for your time.
All right, it's me again. I do have a quick announcement to make. We did find an ID. It's not mine, it's one of yours. If you're missing an ID, could be yours. So come talk to me. I won't embarrass you. Our next founder, remember I was telling you guys about our founder at CES, who had a chance to pitch Richard Branson? That's our next founder who placed second. So please welcome Kaylee Wetzig, the founder of Bell.
Hello, I'm Kaylee Wetzig. Thank you all for coming. There was a millennial woman with an unusual name that joined a dating site. She canceled her subscription, and a few of the guys from the site found her through her other social media accounts. They then went on and followed her to the physical event she was attending. That woman was stalked. Stalking can happen to anyone, and I know because I was that millennial woman. I'm not the only one that's experienced this vulnerability. 1 out of 3 women are assaulted, and 1 out of 4 are stalked. So this could be your mother, sister, daughter, or wife. And the current product solutions for women to protect themselves don't offer the best safety experience. Pepper spray is bulky, it doesn't fit in all purses, it isn't allowed on airplanes, and in some countries it's banned. So that's why we created Bell, a wearable ring with a personal security alarm that's 6 seconds faster to use and alert someone in a time of emergency. The way it works is the user will push the button on the ring if she's under attack. It'll trigger an alarm, which will make the speaker inside the ring go. The authorities have been notified and the police are on their way. The ring will then go on to notify her emergency contact list she had entered into the software application, as well as the authorities with her GPS location and that she's in distress. There's a huge market opportunity. This next decade, women are going to control $40 trillion of wealth. They spend $5 trillion annually, and there's 3.5 billion women in the world, as well as 160 million women in the United States. Our initial customers are American college women, women in India, and women in China and Southeast Asia. We're the best ones to do this because we have something nobody else has, which is a social influencer network with accumulation of 150 million social media followers, because we're standing for empowerment, women, encouragement, and also anti-abuse and anti-human trafficking. We make money through our product sales, the ring, and the accessories, as well as our SaaS offerings. Women will definitely want to buy this because it's less than getting 4 hairstyles if you go get it colored. Women can identify. But anyways, we also see that there's huge market validation because just recently, India made it mandatory for all future cell phones to have an emergency alert panic button on all phones because they recognize how dangerous it is for women and how women's safety is a priority. And since we're 6 seconds faster, women can get to us sooner. We're the only ring on the market that offers a design and price point women will want to buy and wear because we integrate seamlessly into their active and diverse lifestyle. So that means they're going to want to wear us, which means we're stickier and they won't want to take us off. We're also the only ring out there that has a personal security alarm and other secret functionality. We're fully capable of executing because I've grown a women's ecosystem at Google before by 2,000%. My co-founder styles celebrities and is a contributing editor to every major fashion magazine. We have 40 products in 5 years at Samsung under our belt with our manufacturing team. And we have a celebrity investor advisor that has 4.5 million Instagram followers. We plan to give our ring to influential women to beta test in August of 2016. And then we're going to ship in October. And you can see the women on the list. Very lovely that they want to help with women empowerment. We're raising $1.5 million, which will get us our first product line. We've raised $200,000 to date. And we invite you to join our mission to create a better world for our sisters, daughters, wives, or ourselves. Come on over to my booth and get some lifesavers and bells. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joy. So the next product I have a personal affinity for because I'm a parent. And I can tell you with complete confidence that there is no node in the universe of IoT that throws off more data and yet gives you less information than a newborn. They're horrible. But what if you could use technology and smart software to start understanding your newborn? What if you could understand their rhythms and their needs and their wants in time to be able to react to that? That is the promise of Perch.
Good afternoon.
My name is Hamid. I'm the founder of Perch. We are making the next generation of baby monitors. So for those of you who have been parents, especially first-time parents, you understand the anxiety of having a newborn. You bring the baby home and it's a mystery. Our goal is to create a product that keeps you connected to your baby, and we mean that figuratively and also literally. So our goal is to create a product that gives you peace of mind and keeps your baby safe and healthy. So how do we do it? We are creating a wearable device that you attach to the diaper, and the device monitors your baby's vital signs. Moreover, we are creating our own proprietary disposable diaper inserts that you can place inside the diaper, so you can be alerted whenever a diaper is wet, you know how long the diaper has been wet, and also you can get usage report. And then all of this information is going to be uploaded to the cloud through a Perch dock that you see on the left, so you can monitor your baby from anywhere. So kind of talking a little bit deeper about the product itself, we monitor baby's breathing, so if your baby stops breathing for any reason, you get an alert. We monitor your baby's body position, so you will know if your baby is sleeping face up, at night especially. We monitor the baby's body temperature, so you understand if the baby has a fever, and more than that, if the baby has a fever and you medicate the baby, you understand how effective that medication is. And lastly, we monitor wet diapers. And how we do it? We have these non-intrusive disposable diaper inserts. They have a liner in the back. You take it off, you attach it to the diaper. As soon as those inserts are wet, our wearable detects that and sends that information to the cloud, and you can monitor it from your phone. Our vision is to turn these inserts in the future into a lab, so that you can monitor the baby's health through urine analysis at point of care. So if there is infection in the urine, we are going to tell you. If the baby is dehydrated, we are going to tell you. And you can share this information with your doctor as well, so that they can monitor the baby if something was wrong, and they can call you and ask you to bring the baby. So the idea basically, if you put all these pieces together, is to create a complete baby health monitoring solution. So the product itself, so you would buy the hardware, and we're going to retail it at $200. And then if you are interested in the diaper monitoring, you would purchase the diaper inserts at a pack of 40 for $10. And also, there is an add-on premium cloud subscription if you are interested to maintain the data of your baby over a longer period of time. So you will get lifetime data monitoring if you pay the additional $12 a month. So putting all of that together, each user brings us about $800 or a little bit more than that in lifetime revenue. And as you see, about 60-70% of that is the recurring revenue that comes from the sale of diaper inserts. So here we have a business, we have a hardware business with recurring revenue, which is kind of unique. A lot of hardware businesses don't have that component. So after we sell the product, we still maintain a relationship with our consumers. In terms of our timeline, we joined Tandem Capital in Birmingham in early 2015. With the funding we received from Tandem Capital, we are completing our prototype. We are launching the product in Q4 of 2016 with the goal of shipping the product in early 2017. Our team, both my co-founder and myself, we have about 20 years experience making hardware. Anywhere from all the way from design to testing to piloting to manufacturing the product. Myself, I did my PhD at the University of Waterloo in electrical engineering, worked in the lab for a number of years and Broadcom as well. And I quit my job to start this company. If you'd like to learn more, shoot me an email or come visit us in the back. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our next founder is promising to change your relationship with food forever. Please welcome Mohammed from Alola.
Few years ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. Doctors were talking about chemotherapy. But this doctor told her that he can give her nutrition guidelines that will boost her immunity and help her live stronger for whatever time she can. But in either case, she doesn't have a chance. She decided to go with a diet plan, basically with no hope. And 3 years later, she was cancer-free. This experience inspired me and made me think about all those millions of people that we can help live healthier and happier just by changing their diet. But we all know that sticking to a diet plan is not an easy task. The information we get from doctors or the web is vague, restrictive, and time-consuming to follow. It is so easy to go off course while shopping or eating out. And whoever sticks to a diet plan ends up eating alone. We tested several solutions for this problem until we found Alola, an AI solution that learns about your lifestyle, medical condition, and fitness goals, then design personalized grocery list for you and your household. That help you when you eat out and track your progress seamlessly by connecting to a wearable device. What's unique about Alola is that it gives you the freedom to cook and eat what you want, but still reach your health or fitness goal. And it's a family-tailored solution, so all of you can reach your different goals together. And it learns and adapts your lifestyle and gets better every day. Our go-to-market strategy has different types of partnerships with personal trainers, dietitians, clinics, gyms, and corporates. We charge a monthly subscription and provide several services for upselling, and we make money from grocery delivery through our delivery partners. There's different types of competition out there, but Alola is the only solution that is smart enough to transform your life without changing anything in your lifestyle. Actually, it adopts your lifestyle. We have iterated and evolved Alola with over 400 users and several clinics and gyms in the Bay Area. Our team has all the necessary experience and knowledge to make Alola successful, from nutrition to building software products, tech startups, and food businesses. We have our web platform up and running, and we're raising $600K to build our mobile apps, wearable integration, and to reach 3,000 monthly active users. My mother's experience transformed my family, and we have a vision to transform lives through the power of food. So please join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. So at Rewrite, we're always having conversations with technologists and futurists about what does the future of IoT look like. And inevitably what comes up is minority report, right? Everybody wants minority report. That's the holy grail. Move my arms in this virtual world that comes up on screens and videos, and it's fabulous. But here's an idea. What if you could use physical movements to control not the virtual world, but the real world? What if you move your arm or turn your wrist and control everyday objects in the real world? It's kind of like having the Force. It's kind of like having Metron Force.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex Lai, and I'm the founder of Metron Force. I'm here today to announce, to present a new technologies that you have been looking for since you were kids. Literally, most of us actually, including me. Let's look at the next 5 years. By 2020, everything around us will either be smart or Internet of Things. But how are we going to control everything around us? We don't want 100 apps to control 100 devices, right? It's a counterintuitive. We want just a simple power to control everything around us by just waving our hands. Almost everything around us, not one to one, what I mean. Let's talk about my personal experience. I'm just like the boy in the picture. The boy with the fantasy of having a superpower to control, just like Jedi Force. But to our disappointment, most of all of the existing RC controller is clunky and is one-to-one specific control. There's no imagination about this boring RC controller. I literally want to step on it actually. So we're asking ourselves, when this type of Jedi Force technology going to become available? Okay, it's exciting. Today, I'm really so proud to announce the release of M-Force wristbands, the first universal wristband in the world to control everything, multiple devices by simple and intuitive hand gesture. Our M-Force algorithm pattern pending also in the wristband itself allow the user to reach out single hand, okay, and control multiple objects, including drones, simultaneously, very easily. Even more exciting. So we integrate the M-Force wristband, the M-Force brain into device, which can convert any device into smart and be commanded by your hand gesture. We let the people try an exhibition, right? The first reaction they say, wow, this is amazing. It looks like reading my mind, actually. This is what I'm looking for since I was young. And this is amazing. So we get a grand visions of endless application, including the smart home control. But we gotta focus on early adopter in the toys market and drone and maker markets. Besides our consumer drone product, our own consumer drone product, we're also going to B2B by providing our M-Force algorithm platform solution to GE, to Samsung, and even, I think you guys already know, the Disney Star Wars toys collection. Other competitors in the market, their wristband and armband still inaccurate. That's what people complain to me. And slow response. We are the first company in the world to combine the simple and stable and fast hand gesture control algorithm with the special secret sauce, the one-to-many control network. I would very excited to say, actually, confident say, we are one step closer to Jedi Force. Really. Small smile. Thank you. And we got a really big media support and actually excitement from CLab and also Big Magazine and also Futurism. For our Metron Force product, we have Consumer Kit 1 and Consumer Kit 2, pricing at $150 and $200, including a drone. We started our company at 2013. We had the honor to join the IoT world this year, actually. So, and we're gonna have a beta program next 2 months and ship our product as early as 2017, such that all our people who really like this product can experience the power of the force. So we call ourselves advanced team. Why? Because we have years of experience in hardware development, advanced development. We are raising $1.5 million to covering our manufacturing cost of 10,000 units. And it is our honor to be on the stage here. May the M-Force be with you. Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to hear from 3 of our Hong Kong companies. They're currently on our accelerator class there. This style is going to be a little bit different. They're rapid fire. They're 2-minute pitches, and they only have 1 slide. It'll be really quick. First up, let's put our hands together for CJ from Kiddo.
Thank you, Phil. The bad news is we have 1 slide, but the good news is you get to focus on my charm for the next 2 minutes. Okay, good evening everyone. My name is CJ. I'm the co-founder of the Kiddo. I have a 6-year-old, his name is Nishan. 2 years ago, he and I went down to the beach at Golden Gate Park. And he's an active child, so he was having fun, playing, running around. But that night he ended up getting fever, very high fever. And the next day morning when we took him to the doctor, we discovered that essentially he had got a little bit of heat exhaustion. Now, I couldn't see anything going wrong, but clearly something did. And that set me thinking that if there had been a device which told me that something was going wrong with him, I would have been able to take him out of that situation much earlier than I ended up doing. Most parents would actually feel the same. But today, parents have absolutely no way and no easy way of connecting and understanding with their child's health. The tools that they have are all old-fashioned. Right? Think of mother's intuition, a thermometer in the mouth, think a phone call to the babysitter. Did you know that 72% of kids out there experience negative behaviors of stress, but only 20% of parents acknowledge it? Amazing. What if there was a way for parents to proactively not only engage, but manage their child's health and connections? This is the killer. The world's first health-focused wearable for kids aged 3 to 10 years. We track key biometrics such as temperature, heart rate, sweat rate, activimetry, and bring all of this into wellness and development insights combined with simple actionable content. We are actually creating a $70 billion market. We are headquartered here in San Francisco with a team which has been building wearable tech, kids, games, and medical devices, with founding members from companies like Basis and Qantas, and senior members from companies like Neurosky, Philips, as well as Solid Motion. We're currently raising up to $2.5 million in a seed round. If you have a child in your life, please do come and look us up, and we can share with you. We'll be very happy to share with you about how we can help you monitor your loved one's health. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, on to the next one. So our next presenter is merging perfect harmony between mobile and IoT. Please welcome Jason from NextPath.
Hey guys, it's great to be here in San Francisco. It's a great little town, living on the expensive side. My name is Jason, CEO of NextPack. We are the world's first modular IoT platform. Now, what are modules? Modules are incident extensible hardware apps that you can add to your smartphone device via a modular phone case. We have Android cases for the Samsung device that I use, as well as Apple devices for iPhone. Now, the really cool thing is that each of these modules adds a unique feature to the phone. So, for example, what I have is air pollution because I'm quite frequently in China. And also I have a breathalyzer because I'm from Australia. Now, they're all cross-compatible. These modules are platform specific, so you can use them on Android and you can use them on iOS. But guys, we're not a case company. In fact, we're not a phone company at Google. We have multiple gateway devices that use the same modular technology. This, for example, is a power bank, charges your phone like a normal power bank, but you can Bluetooth connect to this with any smartphone device in the market today. It also doubles up as a modular home automation system. Add our power plug to it, plug it into any wall socket, and you can have Google Nest only portable and modular at about $150 cost. As of today, we have a live platform and an ecosystem of third-party developers making the next latest and greatest module, such as radiation sensors, UV sensors, blood glucose, pet trackers, the list goes on. Right now, as of today, actually, we have raised $4 million in investment capital. Our investment partners include Quanta Computer, the world's largest notebook manufacturer, the makers of MacBook, Toshiba, Dell, Asus, etc. As well as of last week, we've closed a deal with Maxim Integrated Circuits in the local area. They invest in us because they saw a huge alignment between their health sensor tech, the health sensor sensors, and our modular tech. We've moved here to San Francisco as of yesterday to build up a San Francisco team. And we're also here to find our lead investor. We're raising $7.5 million. There's a lot more to tell you about NextPack and also a live demo. Gives you the best experience. Please see myself or my colleague at the back. We've got a booth. We're in pink, so you can't miss us. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our next founder is bringing action to wearable devices. Please welcome up Hilton from IO Tracks.
Thank you. So, no matter which markets adopted first, no matter which protocols and languages become popular, the Internet of Things is going to be built by developers. And our mission is to give them the best possible way to build. We give them a universal runtime that they put wherever they want, wherever it's needed. And that's our fog computing technology. We let them build in any language, and we let them leverage existing skills that they have, such as building against REST APIs. We eliminate the need to write that wasteful code to just move data from point to point to point, and we let them actually focus on writing code that does stuff with the data. Our base technology is open source and free, and we've recently been picked up by the Eclipse Foundation, so we're in the process of placing the code base under Eclipse. That gives us massive market adoption awareness anyway with developers and a lot of enterprise trust, directly aligned with our mission. So we have fantastic revenue opportunities for the future, which is additional products such as tackling IoT solution deployment and management. That will not be a free product. Looking forward to solving that problem. So our technology is available today, and we've just begun to teach developers how to build with it, and we are currently striving to learn as much as possible about the daily lives and challenges of developers working with IoT. I am severely understaffed. We need capital and resources to accomplish our mission, and so we're raising our seed round now. If you think you can help with that, please come talk to me. Thank you.
So that finishes up our Hong Kong startups. Now we're going to fly all the way back to San Francisco for the rest of our class. Let's do one more round of applause for the Hong Kong class. Perfect. All right, our next founder is empowering bar and restaurant owners around the world. Let's give it up for Max from Crowder.
Hello everyone. So I'm Max, I'm the founder of Crowder. Ultimately, Crowder addresses two very large problems in the hospitality market, and in doing so, creates a world that merges our digital and physical lives seamlessly. Problem number one, bars and restaurants struggle to measure and control their performance, resulting in inefficient operations and reduced revenue opportunities. Believe me, I know. My family are restaurateurs, and often all you have to go on is point of sale data, which is like trying to understand how well an engine works just by looking at the smoke it produces. It's not enough to go on. At the same time, despite it being 2016, there's no way for you and I to know how busy somewhere is, whether or not we're going to get a seat, what the atmosphere is like, without going there first. Why? It's these key elements that ultimately affect our experience. That's where Crowder comes in. We use smart people counters and Wi-Fi monitoring to measure the real-time activity at a given location, and then use that data to help bars and restaurants perform better, while simultaneously providing consumers with real-time insight into those same locations. Phase one is to provide our Crowder dashboard, and this is what we give venue owners. It provides all the insight they need to run a better shop. So customer count, customer preference data, competitive insight, point of sale information, everything they need to understand exactly what's going on in their venue. We even have things like a prediction engine that takes into account the weather and local traffic to help them get ahead of those unexpected and quiet periods. Crucially, this is all highly consumer-grade UI. It's all independent from our app, so it's reliable, sustainable data, and it ensures reliable revenue from the very beginning. Phase two is our Crowder app. This is the consumer-facing app. This is what gives you and I that insight into that bar, how busy it is, what the atmosphere is like, even how loud it is. So now, if you're looking for a lively cocktail bar, or trying to gauge whether or not you're going to get into that local Italian that's just opened up, you have that data available, and because of the hardware model that we have, you know that it's reliable. At the same time, we can start to leverage our core infrastructure to really start providing an intimate one-to-one experience between the business and consumer. So we not only link both communities with offers and real-time advertising, but we also leverage iBeacons. So now, if you're a user and you walk past the venue, you get a notification saying today's specials or a welcome offer, for instance. If you then go into that venue, the venue gets an ID saying, Amy's just walked in, by the way, her favorite drink is a gin and tonic. Ultimately warming up that initial interaction. How does it make money? It's very simple. We sell the hardware for $99, $30 a month subscription for the Crowder dashboard. Again, independent of the app. Once we launch the app, we have £2 or $2 per head introduced. The way we work that out is if you log onto the app, you click on the venue, and then you walk into that same venue within 2 hours, we charge the venue $2 for facilitating that introduction. Okay, great. But do people really want the dashboard? Absolutely. We tasked ourselves with 50 venue signups and acquired this in just 3 weeks. These are well-branded London venues. We also have access to over 2,500 additional venues in letters of intent. To give you an idea of the sort of opportunity that we're looking at here, if we acquired 1,000 business customers and introduced one person per venue per day, we'd make $3 million a year. There are over 2.5 relevant venues in the US and EU alone. If we took 2% market share, still only introducing one person per venue per day, we'd make $86 million. Our research indicates we can expect to do at least 5 introductions per venue. If that's the case, we're looking at $264 million a year. And that's without even taking into account the opportunities for data sale, advertising revenue, or of course market diversification, retail, transport, for instance. You can quickly see how Crowder really does have the potential to be that billion-dollar company. In terms of the team, we have around 10 people with decades of experience across software and hardware. We're raising $750,000 to complete development, acquire our first 1,000 customers, and get us to a robust Series A valuation. I want to finish by saying that Crowder is not just an idea, it's the product of nearly a year's worth of testing, validating, development. We have a market crying out for disruption, a commercial model that offers sustainable revenue whilst maintaining that 100x potential, and a team more than capable of delivering. Crowder will change hospitality, and it might just change a lot more in the process. I've got so much more I want to tell you. Come over here, come and talk to me. Let me show you why Crowder should be an next investment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Max. I'm going to make 2 quick announcements, especially for our startups that are in the back of the room and have already pitched. 2 things. If you can try and, I know you're anxious to start pitching, but if you can keep it down, please, and please let the other startups have the floor for themselves to make their pitches. Also, at the conclusion, we do need the founders back up here for a big photo of everyone together. So just a quick notice to the startups. So I was a rating agency before I came over to ReadWrite, and we worked with a lot of consumer technology companies. Not surprisingly, a lot of action cameras and a lot of headphone companies. Action cameras were over there, headphone companies were over there, never the people meet. However, now we've got this thing called virtual reality, and what we are creating as individual content creators is changing. Sound and sight can no longer be separate. You now need a piece of hardware that will allow you to create on your own a true virtual reality experience to fill this world with all the stuff you need in one place and with the authoring tools that can allow you to quickly deliver that to your audience. So it's all about sound and sight, it's about sound sight.
Hello and welcome. My name is Stephen Chase, and I am the founder of SoundSight. Billions. They have already spent billions of dollars to sustain the VR ecosystem. Yet the experts will tell you that we have major challenges to get over the barrier for the masses. We need more user-generated content and a better way in which to capture it. The current options are awkward rigs on your head or strange devices that you hold inside your hand. And from 20 years of experience building product and technology for celebrities and brands, these are not the answers. But I have the answer for you today. Introducing SoundSight Smart Headphones. 360-degree recording capabilities, one device, hands-free. Our patent-pending 3-camera system allows you to capture video and audio in 360 degrees and share it with your audience. Our mobile app stitches that video, allows you to add music, add filters, and share. Make no mistake about it, this is the best in 3D audio, the best in 360-degree video in 1 unit. And if we look at the $9 billion headphone market and the experience that it offers its consumers, it is extremely linear. The only sense being shared is hearing. With SoundSight, you get a 3-dimensional explosive sense distributed to you. When you transform this headphone into a smart headphone, you get to share video, you get to share audio, you get to share what you're feeling. And in storytelling, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then what's 360-degree video worth? SoundSight is transformative to the way that this generation consumes and distributes their content. This is the Snapchat generation. They are very voyeuristic. That's what the discovery feature is all about, looking through the eyes of others. We talked to some of the leading headphone manufacturers, retailers, content distributors, because we wanted to talk to them about a deeper engagement with their audience. And they had some very, very nice things to say about us. And the retailers, they put their money where their mouth was. They gave us an order for 21,000 units. That's just one retailer out of 100. That ends up being a $5 million purchase order, 63% margin at $499. That puts us at just under $120 million by year 3. The team bringing this product to fruition has brought the Internet of Things, hardware and software, to the market in the past. Our CFO has run finance and ops for Fortune 500 companies for the past 20 years. We will bring SoundSight 360 to market by March 2017. Our current round is $2 million. As of this morning, we have closed $1.6 million, not 1.5 million. And we'd like for you to join us in the way that we transform the way the 360-degree storytelling is captured and shared. Thank you.
All right, our final 3 presentations will be from companies in the energy space, so get excited. And this next one could actually save your life or the life of a loved one. So please welcome Campbell from Proxy.
I'm Campbell McDonald, CEO of Proxy, and we're making electricity safe. I'm talking about high voltage, industrial risk electricity, the kind that leads to countless injuries every single day. The kind of risk that's faced by 20 million workers, and it leads to utility costs of over $3 billion. And the number one cause for this? Human error. I thought it was turned off. So what's our solution? A simple band, one that has an electric field sensor that automatically interprets when a worker's at risk and gives them a simple notification to let them take a step back and call for help. And this compares to their current technologies, like lockout procedures, contact sensors, team communications, all outdated, all prone to human failure. So who benefits from Proxy? Well, the worker is protected by the band, but Proxy is a smart, connected technology, so the workers' organization also gets communicated with. They can see in an instant when there's a man down and respond with help. We also provide reporting and analytics to help identify high-risk workers in need of training, high-risk locations in need of remediation, information that organizations crave, but is currently unavailable because of chronic underreporting, and when it is reported, it's buried in paper. With Proxy, organizations can easily mitigate risk, reduce costs, and save lives. So who are these 20 million workers at risk? Well, there's our initial target market of electrical utilities. We're starting there because they have the highest incidence of electrical injuries, and they also set the standard for electrical safety for every industrial workplace in the US. But this is a small slice of workers who are covered by electrical safety plans and face this risk. There's also industrial manufacturing, which employs 12 million workers, 7 million in construction, and 2 million first responders. And I haven't even touched on the worldwide opportunities. Our business plan is simple. We sell to blue chip industrial buyers with a comprehensive annual recurring subscription of $300 per band per year. We're on track to generate $1.2 million in the next 12 months and $200 million run rate within 6 years. Now, saving lives is great, and it's our total focus right now. But Proxy's unique patentable technology goes much beyond this. Right now, we're protecting industrial workers, but those same utilities are asking us to use our technology to help them monitor the health and maintenance needs of their transmission lines and grid. In the future, we're going to be providing insights for every electrical device, from large industrial machines down to the human body. We're raising to fuel us for the next year with 2 goals in mind. Number 1, turn on 20 paid trials, and we already have the prospects in our pipeline to get there. And number 2, convert 5 of those into full-scale deployments. Now we're raising $500,000, and we have $325,000 committed for the set close at the end of June. In terms of use of funds, we've hit all our targets for year to date, and the funds will allow us to accelerate our sales, product development, and customer success initiatives. Just to give you an idea of the customers we're speaking to, we're running 3 trials right now with Eaton, the largest electrical field service provider in North America, EPCOR, and AUSETS. The rest of our pipeline is filled with leading utilities from across North America. We've got a great team to take this on. In addition to prior exits, we have strong in hardware and software development, heavy industry, enterprise SaaS, and we have deep relationships in the electrical safety space. If you're interested in learning more about Proxy, please talk to me afterwards. We're Proxy, and we're making electricity safe.
Thank you, Henry. So when we talk about smart technologies, I don't think anything makes us get angrier than power. We've heard about clean tech and green tech, and smart cities and smart grids and smart utilities, and it's driving us crazy, isn't it? It just seems like it's this old big infrastructure that we have no control over, and that's the problem. We have no control over it. But what if we could use smart technology? What if we use intelligent power to actually start being control of that environment, start being in control of what our personal energy looks like? That wouldn't be power, that would be more like electric power.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chadwick Manning, and I'm the CEO of Electric Power. We're developing an all-in-one home energy storage and management solution. Energy storage is solving some of the world's biggest energy problems today, but it's plagued by adoption issues. Consumers lack insight into how they use energy. Installers and distributors aren't able to easily integrate storage onto the grid. And utilities aren't able to remotely access that storage to be able to stabilize their grid. The current market offerings today aren't able, do not provide smart software to be able to provide that actionable insight. They come in multiple components to be able to actually create a solution. The utilities are using this technology to be able to, utilities can't remotely access storage to be able to be able to stabilize their grid. That is why we developed the IQ system. The IQ system is designed to monitor, store, and control your home energy sources, and also make your home as efficient as possible. The IQ system will back up and protect your home from blackouts. It'll arbitrage the energy rates to save you money, and it will also hook up to your solar and to the grid to be able to use energy when you need it. We've also built smart software in order to better understand how you use energy by identifying the appliances within your home through their electrical signature and making sure that your home is efficient as possible. Our competitors have built batteries and inverters. They have not combined these things. You can buy batteries that either come with no inverter or they do not come with smart software. We've put all of this together. And what this does is it not only affects the consumer, but it also enables the installers to save money and time on installation. It allows distributors to save money on and space in their warehouses, and it allows utilities to help stabilize the grid easily. The energy storage industry has been growing 100% year over year. By 2017, it will be a $5.5 billion industry here in the US, and this is just home solar plus storage. This isn't storage as a whole. Right now, we have $62 million in pre-orders. $62 million from installers and distributors across the globe. We have over $80 million in pipeline on top of this. We've been featured in some of the industry's leading publications, including Green Tech Media and Clean Tech. Our team has over 100 combined years of experience in energy, real estate, and product development. We're raising $5 million right now. We have $2.5 million committed by a strategic investor. This will help us build 100 units for which we already have deposits from our customers. We're going to be building out our sales, software, and data science teams to bring this technology to the next level, and also start building out our manufacturing lines. My name is Chadwick Manning. I'm the CEO of Electric Power. We're building to next all-in-one energy storage solutions. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm at the table right over there on the right. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
All right, so our final company could have probably just solved the problem we just had, which is a device going dead when it's not supposed to. The next company, I just call them the king of batteries. They're building wearable battery packs. Please welcome Diego from GoPuck.
Hi, I'm Diego, and I'm a co-founder of GoPuck. There are more devices than people on the planet. This mobile revolution is vastly changing our lives. The many new technologies that are coming out, in fact, many of the ones that we saw today, are enhancing our lives. They are enabling us to capture more experiences, to automate the mundane tasks, and to stay connected more. But the problem with devices is that they are dependent on power. And what do you do when you have no power? How do you feel when your little battery indicator on your phone goes below 20%? How do you feel when you can't capture a moment on your phone or your camera because you have no power, or you can't get an important phone call? Is that anxiety starting to creep in a little bit? Well, what is the solution? At GoPuck, we believe in mobile freedom. We believe it should be convenient to take power with you, an abundance of power with you, wherever you go, anytime. How do we do that? Well, we've created a new category, wearable power, where you can literally mount or wear the power. So, whether you're out hiking in the wilderness, or on the course, or filming that next blockbuster, or you're just in the city, you can have peace of mind that you have enough power to last you all day. We currently have 3 models on the market, and we're very excited about our most recent launch of the 6XR. The 6XR has enough capacity to charge your popular phones about 5 times, and it comes equipped with Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, which means you can charge up to 4 times faster than conventional chargers. Now, when we look at the device power landscape, how do we compare? Well, we continue to excel from our competitors because of our power to weight to size ratio, coupled with our versatility. And with the launch of our 6XR, we now have introduced smarter batteries. Essentially, we're able to automatically switch between 5-volt, 9-volt, and 12-volt, depending on your device. So what gives GoPuck the qualifications to bring about this mobile freedom? Our CEO, Blake Fuller, prior to GoPuck, had created the most battery-efficient lithium-ion company powering motorsports. In fact, if anybody had a chance to hear or watch the Indy 500 race that just took place on Sunday, his batteries that he designed were in every one of those. And he's now taken that technology to consumer tech. And we have a very outstanding team with our top engineers and battery experts and consumer technology experts. In our go-to-market strategy, we've looked to strategically align with brands, organizations, and associations that reach our targets, which is essentially those living the active lifestyle. We're currently in retail, and we're very excited that we just launched our point of purchase displays that will help us scale up. In addition to B2C, we've seen an increasingly demand in enterprise and B2B because, well, primarily one reason is first responders are now becoming more and more equipped with wearable cameras, essentially creating a need for more wearable power. And we've also been able to launch charging as a service at Universal Studios and at Busch Gardens, which has become a very interesting business model for us because we have the highest margins here, we have recurring revenue, and it's very easy to get somebody to buy the GoPuck after they've tried it. We have a very exciting 18-month roadmap, and just this last April at the GoPro Developer Program, we launched, or we announced, our Pro Mounts, a continuing to support the content producers as well as fortifying our partnerships. And I'm happy to announce the next product evolution within our company. This is Wearable Drive, and we think this platform will fundamentally change the way people care and think about storage and power. Friends, don't be without power again. Join us in the pursuit of mobile freedom. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I have a few last words. That was our last founder. Let's do a round of applause just for all of you. Which brings me to a few announcements. One, I still have one of your IDs. So if you're missing your ID, come find me afterwards, and I'll give it back to you. In just a few minutes, the bar will open up again, which is exciting. Yeah. And all of the demo tables will be open again. At the demo tables, you will see all of the founders that presented. You will also see a few of our alumni, Rush being one of those alumni, who recently took home $1 million and was crowned America's greatest maker. And then OS Vehicle, another one of our companies that is just absolutely crushing it right now. So please check out both of those tables as well. And last but not least, again, thank you to our mentors. Thank you to our partners. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here, our founders wouldn't be here. So one more round of applause for our mentors and partners. Oh, especially Runway. Thank you, see? That's why you have two MCs. All right, thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great time. I really appreciate you being here and supporting everyone. Please have a good time. And all the founders, please come up here. If you presented or you're on a team that presented, come up here. We want to take one group photo. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Blue one?
Yeah, but it might just drop.
Thank you.
Kevin Shaw.
Short people in the front here. Everybody give a big hoorah, happiness. That wasn't enough. Hold it up one more time. 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Live stream still going?
I was kind of liking it.